put into the circulation space. Your media center circulation and reading room will be 6,300 square feet. You'll have a media specialist's office, workroom and storage, and one of the main things that they talked to me about the first time I visited your media center was, oh please, we need storage space. So they have 600 square feet of workroom and storage. The main control room is where your computer hub basically for the building is located. They'll have 400 square feet of AV storage. There will be a conference room located in the media center area. Multimedia production. You have a wonderful growing multimedia production program at your high school. There will be 2 spaces for that of 600 square feet. One that will act as their production studio and the other as classroom and editing space, and also a document storage area. With regard to the reading and circulation room, one space that will be designed in there is a computer technology area. You received a donation from Ridge Tool for the purpose of providing a technology area, and this is where that will be located. It was great for us to know at this point that that was occurring and it can be accommodated in the plans, and we know that as we go through, there are community groups and organizations that want to contribute to enhance areas of the building, auditorium seating, things like that. And as we go along, the sooner the district knows that there are organizations and groups out there that want to be a part of this project by donating an enhancement or something to highlight an area of the building, the better it is in terms of being able to design it in and really effectively incorporate those things and highlight their donations with, you know, the significance that those types of contributions deserve. Any questions about the media center?
Just related to your comment, at our last meeting, we talked a little bit about a process and a timeline for a capital campaign. How much time does the district have to make any kind of major design modifications in terms of square footage in related to projects that may have some construction impact?
Hi, Holly. The timeline is very, very strict, and we already have a schedule which has been developed, and we have to get the construction going sometime early next year and on the site package and all that. So in order to incorporate anything which goes into the building, which maybe like if somebody wants to put a running track and things like, we need to know now, because now when we are doing the schematic design, we need to know anything which has to be incorporated in the structural system or in the design of the building. We need, now means in next 3-4 months we'll be working on the schematic design. So anything which has to do with the design component of it, anything which has to be, which we hang on the wall or which we can buy, like seats for auditorium, we have some time to do that. You know, we have 5-6 months to decide on that, because the seats are the last thing go in the auditorium. We're going to have seats anyway, whether they are donated or funded by the school district. So did I answer your question? We need to know pretty soon things which are going to be of design in nature.
Sure.
You know.
Well, it just goes back to our previous conversation, and that would be that we need to identify what the wishes and priorities are and the associated costs, and put together a structure to be able to address those.
Yep.
Okay. The next area that we'll look at is your visual arts classrooms. In the area of visual arts, we have 4 1,400 square foot classrooms that are being incorporated into the project. Currently, you teach 2 sections of studio art and 2 that are 3D art, and this would accommodate that. You have the 4 classrooms. You'll have 1 kiln and ceramic storage area that's shared by the 2 3D art rooms, and 4 material storage classrooms, areas, 1 for each of the art classrooms. During the course of all of our conversations, one of the things that we were made aware of is that you have a wonderful new kiln that was purchased at the high school. We're able to take that kiln and incorporate it into the new project, and that then frees up dollars towards other equipment in other areas. So those types of things that we've been able to get out of discussions have been excellent. Questions on visual arts? Pretty straightforward area. I think they'll be real happy with the space. Our next area is music. In the music area, we have an instrumental room of 3,000 square feet. Along with that instrumental room, there is an instrumental storage area of 700 square feet, a separate orchestra storage, so you have band storage, orchestra storage. You'll see 2 lines with instrumental music libraries. These spaces also serve as office space for your music teachers at this point in time. Number of teachers changes. Those spaces can be used flexibly. One of them could become solely music storage. So you have 3 areas for instrumental storage. You have a band uniform storage area of 400 square feet. Your vocal room is 1,500 square feet. You have vocal storage of 400 square feet. Again, 2 vocal music libraries that will serve the 2 people that teach within that program. There's a 900 square foot ensemble room. This is an additional rehearsal room. This room will be partitioned so it can be divided into 2 separate 450 square foot rooms. So you could potentially have classes going on in 2 rooms and smaller groups rehearsing in that 900 square foot space. Also, you'll have 4 dedicated practice rooms of 80 square feet each for individual rehearsal and practice. Any questions with regard to music? Okay. Our next area is technology education. You do not have modular technology programs nor an agricultural ed program. So the first thing you see is a small storage area. You will gain a CAD lab in the building. This is a dedicated CAD lab, which you don't currently have, and a production lab of 1,600 square feet. That production lab houses what, when I was in high school, was known as industrial arts classes. Those are your woodworking, your auto shop type classes will all be housed in that 1,600 square foot area. And one of the nice things that we're looking at too is their association space-wise with the art program. Questions on technology ed? Business education. When we looked at the master schedule and spoke with the administrators and the teachers, we have 4 business teachers who teach primarily courses that are computer-based.